Dan Rothenberg and Joe Klosik, two guys trying to figure it out. Not the right wing, not the brosphere. Left of center with humor and empathy. Hello, and welcome to The Splain.
I think we got it.
I think we got it.
Good. How are you?
It's as good as it's gonna be. I am. I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed, and
You hear the therapist active listening?
I like that.
Is that good?
Is that the active listening? Like interesting.
Active listening.
Talk more about that. Yeah. How's that make you feel?
What are you frustrated about?
Wow. So, as our many listeners know,
yes,
my fiance and I have been seeing a fertility doctor to have a child of our own, and I gotta be okay. So there's this is gonna sound weird and even like mildly hacky stand up. One of the things around this is I have to continue to give semen samples, and I hate it. I hate everything about it because it's incredibly unromantic. It's purely functional, right? You can't use any lubricant, right? You're just basically like, okay, I gotta get the goo out and put it into here, and then I gotta get this cup of goo to the place as soon as possible, and then it turns into a logistical nightmare. So Christine's like, well, maybe I could help you out. Like, well, how? Because can't have any contaminating DNA in the sample.
Okay, so you need to so basically you need to just whack it with no lube into a cup.
Yeah. And
Okay. So what's unromantic about that? I mean, what's the big deal?
It's just so clinical. And here's the thing that worries me, man. Like, we know that the chemical makeup of tears that are shed in joy as opposed to sadness is different. Is the chemical makeup of my sperm different because I'm in a Kaiser toilet trying to be quiet as I jack off?
Interesting.
Like, I'm doing this for the love.
So if you're in like a sad mood, is it going to be like a sad sperm, sad baby?
Yeah, like it's just like, here I am.
That's an interesting question, Joe. Does the mood affect the particular?
It's just everything about it. The logistics around all of it are, because then it's like, and it's Kaiser, so God forbid it should be easy. I have to go to one building to get the specimen cup, and then I have to go to another building across the street to give my specimen cup. And I swear to God, I don't know why, but every single woman that works in this Kaiser building looks like Christine's mom. And it's just, it's weird.
Without being racially profiling.
I don't mean it. It's just like they're all
it is what it is.
They're all older Filipino women, which was what her mom was, right? And then
it's the Bay Area and it's Kaiser.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is
we
what
didn't
it
create
is.
That. It is
but
what it is.
But I feel like every time I'm handing a sample over to them, they're like, like, I don't want you involved with my daughter. Or this is, or like, I know what you did in there. I know, that's the room you provide to do it in.
Okay. Wow, that's quite a shame spiral. Joe.
It's a lot of shame.
Okay, so you got to give. It sounds.
I'm not jacking off for pleasure, right? I'm masturbating to get a sample.
Okay.
So we can.
I haven't whacked in those shoes before, so I don't know what it feels like.
That's a terrible sentence, by the way. Whacked in those shoes.
You walked in your shoes. Well, I thought it was clever.
Okay.
It's not bad for a feature act in the 90s. Why I haven't whacked in your shoes? Is that not mildly? Or is that just dad humor? Is that just?
It makes it sound like you're masturbating in my shoes.
Okay, let's get off this topic.
You're right.
I hear you.
Okay.
But I hear you. Okay, so it's that's okay. It sounds like let me reframe this for you, as therapists do. It sounds like you have a very romantic, intimate relationship with your fiance, so it's difficult to get all clinical. About it.
I mean, it's weird to me that. I mean, I wish we could just make the baby the old-fashioned way, but because we're older...
Why can't... It's because you're older?
So many reasons, buddy. Because
Okay.
of her age, I mean, we're already taking a huge gamble because the doctor said, like, there's a less than 1% chance that her eggs are viable at this point. But we would...
Just due to age, if I can ask?
Due to age. Just due to age. Yeah. Yeah. So... I mean,
can I ask the age of your fiance?
She's 46.
Oh, okay.
And basically, like, they will not...
She looks... Well, what about... She looks 30.
Well, that's the Asian. She looks great.
Right. So that doesn't matter, though.
Apparently it doesn't.
Okay.
It's not like they're looking at her eggs like, well, look, these eggs look like it's a 35-year-old. No, they're...
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't count with your... Okay.
Doesn't count, unfortunately.
Also, sometimes, I'm not knocking Kaiser. Sometimes they're not the best with the bedside manner or the... I'll share a quick one. And I'm not going to bring this... I'm not going to make this all about cancer. But I remember a couple instances when I had a diagnosis when I was about 47, and it's gone now. But it, boom, came out of nowhere. And I remember... You get the initial biopsy, then you got to go in for a bone biopsy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get to the Kaiser. At this point, this was in Southern California, and the doctor comes in the waiting room, and he was a little flustered. Goes, do you have lymphoma?
Jesus.
He was. Do you have lymphoma?
Like you're just hanging out.
And I remember thinking, can I say no? Like, do I get a choice? And then another one was, again, not to be a bummer. Right the day of, apparently I had some huge lymph nodes going on in my stomach. It's gross. Some big. It's what lymphoma does, and this guy, and at this point, it's day one. I'm like, what? Am I dead tomorrow, or you don't know what's going on?
You're looking for answers. You're looking for some compassion. Yeah.
Just like, what? What happens 5 minutes from now? It's actually, here's the weird thing. I look back on it, and I have never been so alive in my life. When you're like, you're afraid, but it's not. It's real. It's appropriate fear, which is different than this stuff we create. It's actually very like vitality, and so so the guy's looking at my X-ray. This doctor, he's like, God, I've never seen lymph nodes this big before.
Jesus.
And then he zones out. He was like he was having a moment with my lymph nodes. Like he just, like as if to say, fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you want me to leave you guys alone? Are you going to... and I think it just has to do with, it's not that they gave me bad care, but Kaiser could just get a little mechanical. It's just a little it's out.
It's true. It's true. I my doctor, I really like my primary care physician. I do like him. He's been really responsive. He's been great. But yeah, you know, you're going to the people that, you know, if you're in a lab and you're being handled specimens all day long, it's very mechanical.
Yeah.
You
Just
have
give
to.
Give me the piss, give me the stuff,
I get it.
Whatever,
I get
whatever.
it.
Yeah,
but also, it's like, I think you're also bringing up an interesting point with doctors. They forget that there's a human being right in front of them sometimes, And while,
Absolutely.
looking at lymph nodes, the guy is like, oh my God, this is incredible. I can't wait to tell my other x-ray technicians.
You're not in the you're not in the lounge right now.
You're not in the lounge.
This is my lymph nodes, and I just heard about this. And I said to him, it was him. I go, I said, so am I going to live?
Oh, God, buddy.
I don't know what he's talking about. He's sitting there mesmerized by my lip. And then he goes, oh, yeah, you can fight this. Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's... yeah. So we were seeing the fertility doctor, which is a different doctor. And he got all just enamored with the fact that Christine has 2 uteruses, which is not incredibly common, but apparently,
it can happen.
It can happen. And for years, she was told that she had a different issue, but now, we had some good technology and really got to look at things, and it turns out that, she has 2 distinct different uteruses, and the doctor is just like, oh my gosh, like he's totally, he's completely forgot about us, and you could see in his eyes, he's like, I'm going to write a paper about this, and I can't wait to tell my friends, and this is going to, oh my God, I might be able to give presentations around this.
Did he say that?
This patient that I met has 2 uteruses, and it's incredibly rare, and meanwhile, we're like, hey, does that mean we can have a baby? Well, I guess I'm surmising a little bit, but it did feel like he...
Hello?
Yeah, you there, buddy?
Yeah, what happened? Are you freezing? Am I freezing? Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Back? Uh-oh. The powers that be.
Okay, uteri. You got uteri, and the doctor was like, did he actually say, I'm going to write a paper about this?
He didn't say I was going to write a paper about this, but he did say, do you mind if I talk about this with other doctors?
Here's what you do. No problem at all. The treatment's on the house, right? Seriously.
Yeah.
How about that? How about we then it's a mutually beneficial situation. This is free, and then you can talk about it with your colleagues.
I mean, I've learned more about my semen than I've ever wanted to know. It's just... I mean, it's just like apparent. Like, did I already tell you? Like, when we first did the first test, like semen analysis, and he gets it, right? I guess like it's called the morphology, like how the sperm is shaped, and if it's shaped oddly, which isn't too uncommon, but it can happen. The doctor just looks at the report and he looks up and he goes, "Ugly sperm. You have ugly sperm," and I'm like,
"What does that mean?"
Yeah, and for a second, I literally thought he meant, like, I'm a carrier for ugly.
Yeah.
Like, ugly has a genetic component, and I was, like, crushed for a second. Like,
Does my
God.
Yeah. Okay, obviously he meant...
No, he meant, like, it's not formed as attractive. I didn't realize sperm was handsome or ugly.
So it's not about you're producing an ugly baby, it's about... It's a term they use.
It's a term they use, but it's like, maybe don't use that term in front of us.
Yeah, not to hijack, but you want to know what the clinical, you want something uplifting?
Oh, sure.
You want to know a modifying, I guess, adjective, whatever. I forgot how grammar
Did you have ugly cancer?
No. You want to know what my cancer is?
What?
Uncurable.
Oh, fuck.
That's the...
Jesus. Okay, you
right.
win.
Thanks.
You win. You just...
No, I'm not trying to win.
You
That's
just
the
beat
word.
my ugly sperm out with... Wow.
That's the word. And again, after a while, it's like the first initial phases of it. Uncure. All right. Thanks, guys.
God, they're saying that to you out loud, like they're looking at you and saying that.
Yeah. That's the word for it.
Wow, that's the word. Oh my God.
And I guess I don't know how I would. I think they could do better with yours. Ugly sperm doesn't seem. They could do better.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah. Just
okay. So you're trying to have a baby, and you got to learn all about your sperm.
Learn all about my sperm. Apparently, my sperm is lazy. Apparently,
lazy, ugly.
It's lazy. It's ugly.
Funny though. Funny.
Yeah. My sperm makes the eggs
as long as
laugh.
your sperm is not unfunny and it's not hacky.
That's how I get into the egg. I'm like, hey, want to hear a joke? And then boom, I'm in there. You know?
Okay, so
that's how I'm doing it.
And if you don't mind, what's your problem? Are you just too old too?
Yeah.
Is this just standard age stuff?
It's
Neither of you have
age.
been diagnosed.
It's just
with
age. Yeah.
So if anyone wants to have a baby pushing 50, you just gotta.
Pushing
this
50.
Is what you have to do?
I'm pushing 60. I'm pushing 60.
Okay, but Christine is 40.
47. 46. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just asking. That's officially unsafe? Too old?
Yeah. I mean, for a number of reasons.
You can't just take a shot? I mean,
we're going to try that. That's like the first thing we're going to try. But the likelihood of her carrying a child full term, it's not good. There's a
really?
there's a very high risk of birth defect. There's also a very high risk that she'll lose the baby early.
For any 47-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, there's things that they also will, like, this is our last year to do anything. Because at a certain point they're like, we're not going to do this because it's medically unsound. Like, we're not going to help you have a baby because the chances of this baby...
Okay. Can I say right now, this is why our podcast isn't doing as well as it could. Because if we have no conspiracy theory of why medicine is screwing you and this is all part of the medical industrial complex, then we would have, but we're just people trusting science. It's boring.
We're just people trusting science. And it is.
Boring.
You're right. It's boring until you're sitting in it, and then you're like, okay, but if the fallopian tube is shaped like that, then doesn't my lazy sperm have a better chance of getting in there? And apparently the doctor also told us, like, the chances of anyone getting pregnant are really low. Like, for the sperm to get all the way from the entrance all the way to where they need to be, this is his word, he goes, it's a battlefield. Like, holy shit, like, what is going on? And
trying to get your sperm through the Strait of Hormuz, or trying to...
Apparently my boys are going in on a bombing run or something, and her defenses are so good that it's incredibly rare.
So so after a while, why is her egg rejecting you? Why is her egg like, we're too old?
Yeah, her egg is just old. I mean, it sounds terrible to say. It's just...
Okay, so
you're
trying to have a baby.
We're just trying to have a baby, people.
Just trying to have a baby.
And then all the options about, okay, so then what's our next option? If we, like, okay, I could be a sperm donor, but then we have to go find a egg donor, and I think I talked about this, like, we're looking through a book of someone who's very similar to Christine, which is sort of weird, right? To like, okay, here's an Asian woman who has done well in school, so let's get her egg and my sperm together, but then we got to find a third woman to be the surrogate to carry the child. And I'm like, this is fucking insane. It's going to take 3 women for me to have a child.
Okay, so I never thought of that. So you're looking for an egg, you look for something similar.
Yeah, because we want...
So you want the appropriate biracial child you would have, so you get an Asian egg.
It's... But it's more than that. But it's like...
I'm just saying, I never...
It's like dating, because you're going through this profile, this list of profiles, and they're at, like, do we care what her favorite movie is? It's listed. Do we care if she has freckles? I guess, do we want our kid to maybe have freckles? Do we care if she's a good piano player? Do we, you know what I mean? Like, there's all of this information.
That's weird. That's just weird.
It's just a weird feeling, and it's just like, I'm not trying to have a baby with this woman. I'm trying to have a baby with my fiance.
Okay, so just to get this straight, in the beginning, do you just give it a shot or no?
You mean like is that old-fashioned her and I?
Old-fashioned.
Yeah. Yeah, look, we've been
Is
trying.
that, I mean,
yeah, we've
okay,
been
so
trying.
you're currently trying.
Yeah,
If she gets
and
pregnant, you're going to move forward with it.
we're going to move forward, but here's the thing that's scary. Like, if she did get pregnant in the normal, natural way, if one conceives a baby, the likelihood is she will miscarry in the first 3 months.
Okay, does that mean you're not going to try? Or you're going to...
Well, okay, so we're not going to have a baby that way, but what we're going to do is we're going to do in vitro fertilization. I can't even pronounce it anymore.
In vitro.
In vitro, thank you. I've been...
In Vedo is when a guy named Vedo
comes hey, you want me to fuck your wife?
I'll
fuck your wife. You have a baby. My sperm, it knows how to get into places.
Boom. No problem.
It's
All
a
right.
battlefield? Oh, I got this.
In Vedo. In vitro fertilization. That's mildly funny for a feature act from the 90s.
What are you stuck on this feature act? Oh, you want to see
Vedo.
something too? Do you remember that check that I showed you from SAG-AFTRA, right? Where I got 5 cents from Comedy Central, right?
Yeah.
Like all these years
see
later.
it.
So I got another check.
Oh, let's see it.
This one just...
You got a residual?
I got a residual check. Just to explain really quickly, though, this one went to an address I've not lived at for 20-some years, and somehow it eventually got to me. And I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to brag. It's the one here on the bottom, but that's how much money... That's how much money...
Is that a one? Is that
yeah, it's a 1 cent. It's one. I framed them both because I'm just like, if I ever. Yeah.
Let me see them both. I get so much joy from this. It's so funny. Okay,
Yeah,
you got a
this-
1 center.
I got a 1 center and I got a 5 center. This one came from SAG-AFTRA. I don't know who
That's impressive. And
I don't know who the fuck these people are.
That's got to be live at Gotham or whatever.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Well,
Here's
it was
here's the sad thing. It's even sadder than it appears. Here's what's really sad.
How much sadder could it be?
I'll tell you. Showing me that, there's a part of you that is really proud of that.
Yeah.
Just because they
Yeah.
came. Because that's the sad thing. Is that you're actually bragging right now. That is what's fucking sad.
You're right.
You are bragging.
I framed
about
it. I framed it.
6 cents. I did that to... Can I mention something I've always wanted to get off my chest?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Actually, it's kind of an amends to you.
Whoa. Okay.
I remember at one point I had an agent.
You did, yeah.
And I was going around. I had a few agents. The first one I had was Omnipop. Who is a guy, TJ Mark Walter, who's very successful, books a lot of people now. But I remember I kept bringing this up with you. It was the same kind of brag. I would be like, dude, I just did a gig for $200. They took 10% of that. And it was a total like brag. But it was like false modesty. You know, I was saying, isn't that ridiculous? And I remember you saying to me, yeah, you mentioned that, Dan. You're like, yeah, I got it. I was telling everyone that. Isn't this is bullshit? And that was my way of saying I have an agent.
Right. Yeah, that's so... I mean, look, we were so much younger. At least I'm bragging over 6 cents.
I would be too.
30 years later.
I don't have shit.
It's just, it's insane to
residuals. You know how jealous of you I am right now? I'm serious.
I'm willing to split it with you, buddy.
Really?
I don't know how to mail you half a cent.
How do you? Yeah. I don't know if it's worth the...
It's
Venmo
insane.
Me that money. Venmo me 3 cents.
It's crazy that they put...
And you'll go in debt. We'll both go in debt.
Go in debt. Like what? I feel like I should open up a bank account and just say nobody can touch us for 1,000 years, but by 1,000 years, maybe I'll have $100 in there.
That multiracial kid of yours is going to be rolling in it.
Daddy saved this for you. Why?
This is a real brag. You're allowed to brag about your spouse.
Absolutely.
Colleen actually made money in show business.
Yeah.
And we still get residuals, and it's the same it's a joking amount, but it's enough to see like, wow, successful actors make some fucking money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she has 2.5 movies that she gets legit residuals from, and she was, had small parts, and so you get $40. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
What did what's his name? Oh my God, I'm losing it. Judd
Hirsch?
What's the guy? No, the guy with his last name is Judd.
Judd Apatow? Oh, no, you said last name. Winona Judd? That's not a guy.
We'll say, oh my God. It's very common in a lot of wolf. You look and you go, what are the principal? Yeah, makes a lot of money. If Colleen's making this 10 years later.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I mean, there's people, there's comics that are making bank on social media. I mean, I just signed up through Facebook's Meta, the parent company name. And I made like, okay, humble brag. So I made like 53 cents on
I thought you were going to go with dollars.
No, we're not anywhere
Which
near.
still wouldn't be,
but
would
here's
be
the,
good.
They won't even send it out until it hits $500. I'm like, well, that's not happening. I won't be alive. Like 53 cents. Wow, that really.
That's from videos.
Just a reel that I posted on
interaction.
Facebook. Yeah, and enough people watched it or clicked
not
on
bad.
it.
It was monetized.
It was monetized. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy what just picks up and blows up. Like my own very mini experience around it. Like most of the time, what ends up getting shared a lot is somebody will see something I wrote politically and they'll like it and they'll share it. But they have friends on Facebook and social media who are big Trump fans. So then they come back to my page and they start leaving derogatory comments, and then they bring their other friends in. And here's the thing that's hysterical about that. Please continue to do that, because then the algorithm pushes it out to more people and the reel gets seen more. And then I have a college fund for my kid because
Good.
That 53 cents. But it's crazy that's how it works.
So I think that's what it's all about. Finding people do well when they have a point of view they're willing to stick with that's kind of divisive, and then you're going to get both sides. You're going to be triggering both sides.
Well, I mean, I'm not even triggering, I think, my liberal friends. They like it and they're sharing it, but then it triggers all of these conservative people that see it in the wild, and then they come back to my page and I'm just like, I have no idea who you are or why you're so upset, but it's like, all right, you're actually, I mean, to go off in this tangent for a second, like recently I posted a quick 30-second reel on TikTok, and it's done well for me. I don't have a huge TikTok following, but the amount of negative comments from Trump fans and MAGA supporters is through the roof. And the thing that I'm starting to realize is, like, you know what? Who cares who sees it or what they're even saying?
Does it bother you?
It bothers me. Here's what bothers me about it. It bothers me that this is how it works now. Like, this is how you can make money. Is you're either antagonizing people or you're infuriating people. It's not true engagement. Like, let's have a conversation. It's just rage bait. It's just rage bait.
But as long as you're, so that's how it's working. As long as you're good with what you're saying, can you develop and accept? Can you play that game? Are you okay with that?
I don't know. That's a good question too, because I feel like emotionally it's going to burn you out. Like I really doubt that most of these Trump supporters really believe what they're saying in comments. I think either they're like psychologically, I can't admit I'm wrong, or it's just a game to them and they're doing this. So we're all just rage baiting each other. I don't know that there's any true conversation happening. It's just, hey, I'm going to insult you and say something inflammatory, and then that comes back at you, and we're all just shouting into this big black hole that's really not healthy for any of us.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So the question is, can you make that work for you? Is there a way to artistically make that? Like, here's an example that I had. When I had my previous podcast, that was pretty good. It was called What Did I Say? It was a parenting podcast, it was doing my shrink thing. And I had some good episodes, and some good interviews. And probably the best interview I had was interviewing this trans therapist that worked with trans youth, and they were talking about that. And it went on YouTube, and for me, it blew up a little bit with a lot of antagonism, a lot of those comment, dude, you can't fit a taco in a shell or whatever the fuck. Yeah. You can't or something. And I just freaked out, and I was like, okay, I need to turn off comments. I don't want it. And now looking back, I'm like, what was I so afraid of? Let it fly.
It is amazing.
As long as I'm good with where I'm coming from, let it fly and interact with it maturely.
Interacting with it maturely is the key, and I feel like I don't always succeed at that. I try. I do not always succeed at that. And then one thing Christine pointed out to me, because she's much more tech savvy and knowledgeable about this stuff, she recommended on one of them, I delete all of the conservative MAGA commentators. I'm like, well, why would I do that? And she goes, because if you interact with them, the way that the algorithm works, it's going to push more of those people towards your video, and each time you interact with them, you're going to get served up more people. And like, that is such a fucked up system, because the way that the almighty algorithm works, it's representing like, oh, look, all these people are interacting, he must want more of that, whereas no, I really don't want to have to continue to explain to.
I know, but you gotta see, Joe, here. This is the problem with us moderate liberals. We want to be healthy, and this is why Mark Maron retires.
Yeah.
And the Rogan sphere will never retire until no one's listening anymore. Do you know what I mean? We want this kind of balanced integrity. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, but that's the problem. We're building an entire generation that doesn't know how to have a debate or a conversation. We're just building.
Okay, but you can play the game and just do it with style and dignity. You don't have to argue with anyone. You don't have to argue with schmucks that are yelling. No, I have a theory, okay? And I'm a therapist, so everyone has to listen to me.
Oh.
Okay?
Come on.
Everybody on it? Christine, you back there? Because that's the only...
She's not. She's a dance class.
Oh, all right. What kind of dance does
she is getting ready for a dance class show. A little bit of tap, a little bit of shows, like Broadway shows. Is it
one of those shows where it's kids and her?
No. It's all... Good. This is all adults.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I grown-ass people should not be arguing with strangers on social media. Pretty much ever. It's losery. There's no reason for that.
That's 90% of social media. Like, that's what the whole thing is built on, is this losery engagement.
Right, but you can not participate in that while existing within it.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And you just there's that's just my take on it. Easy for me. I don't really have to interact with it much, and I choose not to. But I think, okay, I feel like we're losing ourselves in ways that sometimes, and I'm going to include myself because I'm not going to be the guy on the soapbox. We don't know how stupid we look. But it's all yelling and screaming into an abyss is always kind of a waste of energy. And
well, we're not changing any opinions. We're not changing any minds, and it seems very, very sad to me that all of this technology built around being able to communicate, being able to share information, it's really the way that it makes money and the way that it's marketed, the way that it is literally engineered is to pit people against each other and then press these buttons in each other. And
that
then,
makes sense, right?
I mean, I guess in a certain way, but...
It makes sense. It's the equivalent of alcohol. The fact that we have all these events, but who makes money? Alcohol. It's addiction.
Well, that's
dopamine is addiction, and that is the easiest way.
It's
so
not.
If you're going to have a bottom line capitalism, this is what it.
But that's the key word. It's not engagement. It's addiction.
Right.
Every time you hear a media mogul, social media person talk about engagement, it's addiction. I mean,
but everything's like that. I'm just saying. You ever watch those pharmaceutical commercials of people in their real life?
Yeah.
This is what I can't stomach. These commercials.
Yeah. Ever since I started taking blah, 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 my life has never been better.
I mean, it's so if you think about it, think about the real world. You're surrounded by craziness and assholes and bars and all of that, but you choose to navigate it.
Some dignity, some social intelligence, some emotional intelligence.
Yeah. So you could do that on social media. You could just say, "This is how I'm gonna."
Dan, if
move forward with it.
If you say that on social media, you're just going to be attacked. That's the sad thing. Let me change the subject and talk about something.
Change the fucking subject. What? Enough.
No. So I've lived in the suburbs now for 2 months, a little over 2 months now.
Are you out of the?
100% out of the Tenderloin, out of San Francisco, gone.
Can I just say real quick? I was I now have a group practice, therapy practice. I'm always talking to parents about their kids, trying to link them with our therapists. And one of this isn't identifying at all. I was talking to this woman. She's like, "Yeah, my kid is living in the Tenderloin."
Oh wow!
I was like, "Oh yeah, I hear you." I can't help. I connected. Anyway, you were saying.
No, that's I hope. Yeah,
you are out of the Tenderloin. Congratulations! I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's completely out. Gone. I'm a suburbanite.
Did you pack up or just drop a match on it and fucking cruise? Do you pack?
I just pushed a bunch of shit out the window and
when you leave the Tenderloin, or just walk out and let the next
you can have it.
Yeah.
Yes, Dan. I actually did have some stuff I wanted to take, which I did take. But it was also funny. Like we left a step ladder on the side of the building, and Christine's like, "Isn't that just going to stay there forever?" I'm like, "It'll be gone before you know it." And then we literally saw a guy grab it, and walk past us with it. I'm like, that's like a thrift shop out here.
I thought moving out of the Tenderloin was like, you ever see Breaking Bad? Walter White takes that fake, goes into Tuco's office. Remember that? I thought that's how everyone moved out of the Tenderloin. You just
no, that's what you move into. Like, wow, bomb went off in here. That's what you move into.
All right.
No, I left my place very nice. In fact, I got the full deposit back.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you're in the suburbs. Sorry
So I'm in
to,
the suburbs now, right? And one of the things that Christine and I have talked about is how interesting it is. I've been here for 2 months. I haven't heard a siren. I have not witnessed any physical altercation between two people. That even the traffic issues out here are like adorable to me. It's like,
Good
oh yeah,
for you, buddy.
But Friday night, right? We take the dog for a walk. It's like 11:30 at night, right? And we're going up the block, and we see 3 kids on the side of a van, and we know it's like a package delivery van. And there's boxes on the sidewalk, and they're kind of talking to each other, and one guy is laying down, and they're yelling at him to get up, and it suddenly all my tenderloin spider senses are tingling, and I'm like, hey, pick up the dog, let's turn around and go back to the house. I'm going to call 911 because I think those kids broke into the van. And we call the cops, and there's so many like little parts of the story, I won't bore everybody with it, but here was the thing. The cops showed up. First of all, they showed up in less than 5 minutes. 3 cop cars, no lights on, no siren, just silently, boom, they're there. They've got like a big light on them. They sit these guys down. They're asking us like, hey, what did we see? What's the whole story? And it suddenly occurred to me, like watching this whole thing unfold, the difference between a police response in the suburbs and a police response in the city, right? Because in the city, it is a literal show of force. It's an intimidation thing, right? Like you got the siren going, the radios are turned up so you can hear all of the communication going back and forth. The lights stay on the entire time. They're blocking the street. Everyone's got to go around it, right? In the suburbs, it's after 9 o'clock, Dan. People are sleeping, right? So the lights.
So they just. I've never heard of that. They just kind of slowly breeze up. You can hear the Steely Dan coming from the car.
The cars were even quiet. I don't even know what motors they were using.
They kind of.
But they pull up, they get a light on them, and they pop out of the car. But yeah, there was no emergency lights. Here's the other thing. Yeah. They were so quiet, and we're standing there watching it. We're looking at all the other houses, and we realize like there's nobody in windows pulling back curtains. There's nobody coming out in the doors. There's nobody else that's seeing this. If we hadn't seen it, we wouldn't have even known it occurred. And then we've been looking on their website to see like what happened, and it's not even up there. Like they didn't even.
Did anything happen? Do you know that there
we
was a
don't
crime?
know. Now we're curious, like what really happened. But it just again, it's like because it's the suburbs, it's a different quality of life, and the cops are told like you have to preserve that. Like you can't use your siren. You can't use the emergency lights.
Really interesting. I've always right. Okay, so it kind of gets into. I mean, this is a larger discussion. Just the systemic differences in how different communities are treated, and what really goes on. What really, and there's a real, I think, omerta with that. Cops are not going to talk about the reality because there has to be good apples and bad apples. And again, we talk about get rid of the cops that are bad apples. It's not the cops, it's us that are good apples and bad apples. It's neighborhoods, you know what I mean? That sometimes I think are treated differently, and how does that occur?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And I was asking Christine about it, and I was looking online. They are so concerned with not disturbing people that even if there's a fire going on, and
like disturbing people, like noise-wise, they don't want to.
Like noise-wise, they will not use sirens after 9 o'clock at night. So if you're a fire truck and you're getting to a big fire, you can't use a siren after 9 o'clock because God forbid people should be woken up. Like, that is astounding to me.
So here's the funny thing is, honestly, in my privileged brain, a part of me's like, that's ridiculous. A part of me's like, yeah, I want to live in that neighborhood.
Exactly.
Sounds,
like, I don't want to get woken up by that. Because, I mean,
yeah.
living in the Tenderloin, back to that, right? I would hear sirens all fucking night long. Like, I could not sleep.
It's like white noise.
It bled into the background, and occasionally I would become annoyed by it, but we heard it all the time. Like, the level of just casual PTSD from living there has got to be pretty high. And there's no thought to, like, hey, maybe we're annoying people. Maybe this is upsetting. Maybe this noise is doing damage to how...
it's just not...
No.
You would never thought that was on anyone's radar.
No.
Disturbing people, waking people.
And then the follow-up to this whole story, which we found very interesting. So I saw 3 kids, and I was certain that I saw 3 kids, and they were walking down the block, with packages when the cops stopped them, and then one of the responding officers was talking to me, and he kept asking, like, are you sure you saw 3 people? How many people did you see? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I saw 3. And he kept looking back at the curb where they had 2 kids detained. And, he didn't look at me and say, like, I think you're wrong, but it was like he thought I was wrong because there was clearly only 2 people. So we don't know what happened because eventually we're like, hey, we got to take the dog for a walk. Right, we still got to the poor dog is like, hey, I've had a shit for 45 minutes now. Can I go back out? So we take her back out. We go up the block. We come back around, and we're coming down the sidewalk, and we hear snoring. And I look, and in the front lawn of a house, just one house up, front lawn of a house. Right by the sidewalk, there is a kid curled up, sleeping, snoring loudly, and I'm like, this is the third person, and we can see that one cop car is still parked down the block, probably filling out paperwork, and Christine goes down and hails him, and then suddenly, boom, they are on this guy again. 3 cop cars respond, and suddenly we're sitting here and we're thinking to ourselves, like, that guy was there the whole time, and we were saying, like, look, there was a third person, and the cops were like, there's not a third person, you're just seeing things, and then suddenly it's like, oh, there was a third person. Like, again, I think cops are shaped by their environment, and none of the cops thought, like, maybe we should just take a flashlight and walk the half block from the point we caught the kids to where the van is. Maybe we should just, do a little inspection of what's... Because, I mean, this kid was just curled up on the sidewalk, or right by the sidewalk.
He was just sleeping. That's all we know.
Well, I mean, again, Tenderloin, spider sense tingling. I think he was really drunk or really high, because we could hear the other 2 kids were yelling at him, you got to get up, man. You got to get the...
There was some kind of theft plus passing out from drugs.
Yeah,
combination. That makes sense. I
told the cop that too. Like,
Spidey
I think
sense was right.
There's another kid, and I think that kid has got something else going on. And they were like, whatever. But again, like once they saw, like, oh, there's another kid, and then we were just like, okay, we're done. And then the next day, this is great. The next day, we're outside, and we noticed that the front lawn where this kid was asleep, he was under a tree, and the people that moved in there, they have one of these removable baby swings. So they had a baby swinging right above the spot where this kid was, and they had no idea that kid was there. Like, again, the cops were so quiet, and there's nothing on their website about it. You would never know anything happened. And a part of me is like, well, maybe that's okay. Maybe I want to live in a place where I can safely assume, hey, nothing happens here. There's no danger.
What specifically, where is the East Bay?
This is the East Bay. Yeah. And
where exactly?
Well, I don't want to say the name of the town because I don't want weirdos online tracking me down.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice suburb. It's pretty far out, and where we are, yeah, I mean it's very Americana. You know, the houses were built in the late '80s. It looks like Elliot from E.T. could live, you know, in the neighborhood. There's cul-de-sacs and yards.
Great reference. I totally get it. But that was the picture of a suburb when we were young.
Exactly.
Steven Spielberg.
It still looks like that to me. Like when I turn up the road, I'm like expecting to see a kid on a bike with an alien. You know, like. Oh,
and how do you feel? Have you made it? How does it feel to be suburban Joe?
It feels like I have some weird survivor guilt, or you know, not survivor guilt. What's the word? Like, I don't deserve it, you know, and it's weird to me that I'm out here. I mean, look, I'm incredibly grateful, and this is so much more than I still feel like I deserve. You know, it's incredible. We have a home in the suburbs. It's beautiful. It is not what I thought. Even 2 years ago when we first started dating, I didn't think this was my future, you know, but here I am.
Well, yeah.
Now we're trying to have a baby with science.
Wow, Joe. Yeah. I guess life takes a turn, particularly when you meet the right person.
Yeah. That is the thing that I keep coming back to is like, look, I am very grateful, and I got extremely lucky. And, man, I do not want to screw this up.
How would you screw it up?
I don't know.
Besides,
but I've always found a way.
The way we always screw things up.
I've always found
the
a
usual.
Way. I'm terrified that I'm going to find some sabotage route, you know, that doesn't even seem like a bad idea until I'm like halfway through it, and then Christine's like, "Why would you do this?" I'm like, "Fuck, why would I do that?" You know, like.
You have, now I love you, and you have always, okay, don't you often...
You just made an amends. Now you're going to hurt me?
Some people's you...
Go ahead and say it. Just say it.
When you have relationships, there's...
Oh, boy.
There's typically, how can I put it? There's no plan B. It needs to work out. And that's okay. That's just the way... That's the way it goes.
Well, I do have my savings. Quick story about this, right? So I write down the amount of money every month on my calendar book, you know, that I'm saving, and I'm really proud of my little nest egg, and I'm using, you know, CDs and interest accounts and all, you know, just
very nice.
You know, just keep a running tally to keep myself motivated. And one day Christine looks at it and she goes, "Hey, what's that?" And I explain, like, "Oh, that's my savings." And she goes, "Aw," which is like,
wasn't there a Dave Attell joke about?
I think that's a penis joke,
but pretty much the same.
No. That's exactly what I felt like. I just showed you my net worth, and you're like, "Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's cute.
That's adorable."
So, I tell you, she didn't want to intermingle with it. She didn't care to commingle your wealth.
I think she was like, "Yo, that's cute. I have 2 houses bought and paid for, but you know, that's cute that you have what really amounts to one successful person's salary for a year saved up."
I've got 2 houses, but you've got 4 months of rent.
Yeah, I think she looked at that and she realized, like, man, he has to make this work.
She realized.
And then I showed her, like, "Hey, look, baby, I got more of these checks coming, okay? And I'm willing to share this with you. You get this prize and that cash."
I want you to put that in your kid's room. Hang that.
I am gonna. I mean,
just
look,
to let
I'm framing it. I framed it to hang it, just to like remind myself of
that
like.
Is beautiful.
And here's the irony: this week, man, I'm like a full-time comedian almost. Tuesday, I'm headlining a show
where are you gonna be at?
I'm gonna be at the San Francisco Punchline this Tuesday night, headlining my Joe Klosick and Friends show, my monthly show. And then...
So that's not Get It. That's just a stand-up
not Get It.
show.
That's just a stand-up show. And then Thursday through Saturday, I'm featuring up at the Sac Punchline for Beth Stelling. I think that's how you say her name. who's a pretty big draw up there, and I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna
Awesome.
I'm enjoying just being like an artist. The show's not all on my shoulders. I can take some
how
risks.
fun is that?
Yeah,
it's feature.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, it's.
How do you How do you stay up there, or do you stay?
I'm only staying up one night. Thursday, I drive up and come home, and then Friday, I'm taking off the day job because that's what sick time is for. And then I'm gonna stay overnight at a Motel 6. And then Saturday I get up and I'm going to, it's just like it always was, Dan.
Motel 6.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting our viewers in on the rock star.
That's
life.
That's unless I want to crash on a couch somewhere, I
know. Does Karen Anderson still live up there?
Oh my God. Yeah. It's amazing like what we used to do and just think of it as normal and it was. And we were young, and now I'm like, look, I'm not crashing on a couch.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
Let me ask you. Does it pay the same?
It pays a little bit more.
What is a feature?
I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that.
Why not?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Why not?
I don't want to crush people's dreams, and it's not even a humble brag. It's sad. It's not. It's under $1,000, which is,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Mm-hmm. No Sunday show.
Okay.
So 5 shows? Yeah, 5 shows. Thursday, 2 shows Friday,
so
and Saturday.
Okay, 5 shows. Okay. Is it more than 100 a show? That's what it used to pay.
It's more than 100 a show now.
Okay, so it's about 125 a show. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, look at that. We're out of time, Dan. That's really a shame. There's so much more. Did I show you this yet?
Oh, my God.
Did you see?
I'm going to tell you. Okay. All right. Let's let's wrap it up. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, people.
The Splain.
The Splain. We'll have a guest
talk about
next
life.
Week.
We talk about in Vedo fertilization. We talk about
you want a
life.
baby?
I'm sorry.
Let me take a shot at your wife. I'll get her pregnant. Hey, I'm not cool with that. Shut up. I'm Vedo. I'm here to inseminate.
Yeah, in Veto. Or Veto in. All right. We'll see you next week on the Splain.
We'll see you next week, kids. Bye. Oh.